Okay, hello friends, let me continue with my previous session of CBBE model and the classification of brand associations. So I'm just continuing with that. These are the various depthful discussion about various classifications of brand associations, which are attribute based associations, benefit based association and attitude based association. Further classifying them is attribute based association. Attribute based association can be further classified based on product attribute, related attribute based association, non-product attribute based association, whereas benefit based association can also be classified as functional attribute based association, experiential based association and symbolic based association. Let me give you some examples. In product attribute based association, you specifically discuss only about ingredients about products. In non-product attribute based association, you primarily talks about 5 factors. I am specifically repeating 5 factors. 1, price. 2nd, packaging. 3rd, user imagery. 4th, usage imagery. 5th, country of origin. So these are 5 factors you talk about. Let me repeat. 1st, price. 2nd, packaging. 3rd, user imagery. 4th, usage imagery. 5th, country of origin. These are the 5 factors which you normally focus on non-product related attribute related brand association, which is attribute based association, which you focus in your associations. Why I am saying this all? Because when you design your brand positioning or when you design your brand campaigns, you focus this in your designing campaign content. So when you climb this from there to this, you now get into these particular 3 aspects. The first aspect is functional. Here you only drive only functional. Say for example, if you are going to talk about an ointment, a pain ointment, if you only want to say if it's a pain ointment, it should serve pain relief. So you talk about functional ointment, functional benefit. But if it's an experiential benefit, so you might endorse the housewife of somebody else who can endorse experience, which they might have experience while using a product. So this is experiential benefit. Symbolic benefit is the highest level of benefit based association which you might achieve and while climbing up the higher the ladder once you normally go to the stage of the life cycle of a brand. Once you climb up in a benefit level, benefit based association. Once you go through attribute to benefit, the last stage you normally achieve is attitude based association. This is what is called about CBBE model proposed by Keller as proposed by him in his model. Let me rub this off and let me switch it off to the final model proposed by Keller, that is resonance pyramid proposed by him in his final model, which is related to this model only. Keller in his model proposes that he proposes resonance pyramid. In his resonance pyramid, he proposes a pyramid like this. In his pyramid, he proposes 5 ladders. Salience, he proposed. Salience is nothing but depth and breadth of depth and breadth of awareness. Brand awareness. He mentioned that when you capture your depth and breadth of brand awareness, you have captured your salience. It is nothing but brand recognition and brand recall, which you remember I had captured in CBBE model, the first stage. So when you connect the CBBE model, the first stage of CBBE model, that is the brand awareness stage, that is brand recognition and brand recall. When you clump them together, you achieve salience. That is the first stage of resonance pyramid. Then he divided this into two parts. That is this side. He divided that, said that you have to achieve your performance. Performance could be positive also, performance could be negative also. Performance leads to imagery. Then he divided it into second part, third stage, judgment. Judgment leads to feelings. Then the last part he proposes was resonance. He mentioned that every brand in whichever industry you are, including retailing, banking, pharmaceuticals, or insurance, or whichever industry, in whichever part of the globe you are, you normally climbs from this stage to this stage, bottom top. And every brand tries to climb up to this stage, the pinnacle stage here. That is the loyalty stage, resonance, patronage stage. Normally, the purpose is to start with brand awareness and to climb up. Now, the purpose is here to achieve positive performance, which leads to the imagery, positive or negative. Because if you develop a consistently positive performance, which leads to positive imagery, further which leads to positive judgment from the customers, leads to positive feelings. If this all achieved, leads to the positive and strong, consistent resonance and strong loyalty towards customers. The strong part of this framework proposed by Keller says that the left hand side of this particular pyramid is the rational mind of the customer, and the right hand side of this particular resonance pyramid is the emotional mind of the customer. And he says that if any particular company wants to design a brand campaign for any particular company, or for any particular target customer or an audience, they must balance their content of their particular campaign, where they must focus their ad content, where they must try to focus on not only their emotional mind but the rational mind also, in a way that they must not only deliver these aspects so that they can able to target their performance. They must also, in their content, they must also say that the performance is good, so that, and also not only they neglect their imagery as well. So, in a way, this particular pyramid showing them that how the campaign which the company designed, they must balance out imagery also and performances also. Not only balances out the feelings also, but judgment also. Ultimately building up a strong, positive and unique resonance, loyalty in the mind of consumer for long term. Thank you very much, my dear friends. Hopefully in the end, probably I am recapping my content. I started my discussion with brand positioning. I switch over to discussing with consumer-based brand equity, and I recapping and I concluding with resonance pyramid and discuss with this now. Brand, please, my dear friends, please do subscribe to my channel and do subscribe to my concepts and do subscribe me foremost. And I will keep coming to you, keep coming to regularly to you and clarifying your concepts again and again. Thank you very much. Bye. For now. Thank you very much.